Oh. Uh. Welcome to the show. Um. Here's your host, Scheisse Box. Oh, they love me. Get out of here. And the horse you rode in on. Excellent. Anyhow, everybody, welcome. Well, nuns, welcome all. You didn't know we were going to be here. We didn't know we were going to be here. Can't plan on what you don't know. You can't plan for it, though, right? So you should have freed your schedules up and called out of work and or quit your job earlier anyway, just so you could catch the show. You might be saying, well, that's a horrible idea. Okay, fair enough. Probably not a great idea. So don't do that. Obviously. Yes. You got to go to work. You got to go to work. You know, you got to kind of take care of business. You know, that's kind of what we're doing now. Only, you know, we're kind of on break. That's right, Internet. We love being on break. You know why? Because it's fantastic. You don't have to do stuff when you're on break. But, you know, something about being on break, we never get to be on break. You know why? Because we're constantly not on break. So, let's guide the end of the rainbow, blood eye, that is to our philosophical wit, or the non-existence thereof. It's up for you to decide. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that Thanksgiving is far approaching. You might be saying, well, cover me in gravy too. I didn't know it. But it is. And if you like being covered in gravy, then it's a great time of the year to be able to say that openly and not really feel ashamed or embarrassed about it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's right. It's a time of year, Internet. It's a time of year to be thankful for all sorts of stuff, right? You might be saying, like, I'm thankful that I remembered to clock in. It's like, we didn't. Give us 1 sec. Gotta call management. Hey, management. We forgot to clock in. Take care of that. Excellent. Give them something to do besides go around acting like they know how to run the place, right? Anyhow, Thanksgiving is approaching, and you might be saying, like, oh, Shazamax, I don't have anything to be thankful for. Oh, Internet, that's not true. You got all sorts of stuff to be thankful for, right? There's, you know, a few memes that were pretty funny this year, okay? You might be saying, like, which ones? Show them to us. Well, no. Find them yourself. You might not think the ones we like are funny. You probably won't. You know, that's beside the point. The point is that there were some good memes, so be thankful for that. Because if, you know, it's all crappy memes all year, there wouldn't even be anything to be thankful for pertaining to that. So, let us celebrate, Internet. Excellent, yes. Anyhow, where were we? Yes, things to be thankful for. Well, obviously, the couple good memes that we're not going to show you because you probably don't like the ones that we like. Ours are way better. Prove it. Show us. Anyhow, we're going through one of our literary works, Secret Demon Drop. We got our buddy David came up with the story on this one. Yeah, we wrote it together. Okay? Point is, I was going through it, and believe you me, it's kind of our end that made some mistakes, not his story. So we got to fix those, and we will get that. Couple little grammatical errors rectified, squared away. But point is, we were going through it. We were thinking to ourselves, you know, with Thanksgiving coming upon us, we really should fix this by the end of the year. People be thankful for that. Excellent. All right. So moving straight into it. there's a time and a place for everyone, okay, to be able to sit back and record the thoughts, the entries into one's own journal, one's own landscape with which they pave the way, okay, to set aside their dreams, their hopes, their goals, their aspirations. You might be saying, like, well, of course, Scheissebucks, I have a diary that I keep under my mattress. How did we know it was there? Don't worry about it. The point is that if you do keep a journal, a diary, a notebook with which you record thoughts, dreams, desires, well, eventually you got to fill that up and you're going to need another one, so you might as well go to Amazon and get the officially endorsed Scheissebucks note-taking journal. That's right. You might be saying to yourself, like, what? You got a note-taking journal? That's right. Scheissebucks doesn't play around. Not only do we have a note-taking journal, but it's a live streaming note-taking journal, right? So if you have any friends, loved ones, family members that love, watching live streams, participating in live streams, maybe have goals or aspirations of doing live streams of their own, then look no further as to what we have provided with which, people can pick up. You might be saying, like, oh, you're not Asmund of the Gold, you're not Joe Rogan. Like, okay, fair enough. No, we're not Asmund of the Gold, Joe of the Rogan, but I don't see them with any literary journals with which you can write, okay, journals and diary entries and stuff, okay? Good old Scheissebucks fills that void in that niche for those live streamers with which may need it, okay? So, you hop over to Amazon, you get you a officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, and then bam! Look at this. We can live stream, you can too. You might be saying to yourself, like, what? You can too? You can live stream too? Well, you absolutely can. Why not? We can live stream. You can too. This journal is endorsed by us for you. You might be saying, that's backwards. You can't read it. Don't worry about it. What isn't backwards is the fact that you get to fill it in with your hopes, your dreams, your desires. Officially endorsed. Okay? You might need a journal. Someone you know might need a journal. And what better way to give them what they want than getting them one with our face on it? Ooh. Huh? You go to Amazon, you get the officially endorsed live stream journal, and you send it to people for the holidays. That's right. Excellent. Well, now that's out of the way, you might be saying, like, oh, we hate writing. We don't keep a journal or a diary, or I just got a new one. It's also under my bedside pillow. I write in it nightly and record that of which I hope to put into a poetry book. It's like, well, if you're doing that and you filled a journal, okay, with your thoughts and dreams and hopes, okay, all right, then you think to yourself, like, well, not only did I fill a journal up, but now I have so many poems, how am I going to organize them into a book? And you might be saying to yourself, well, that's a great question. I'd be thankful. Thanksgiving's coming up. I'd be thankful to find out how to do that. What better way than to buy our poetry book? Now, you can read it once and then regift it. Excellent. Well, that's great, Internet. You buy our poetry book. It shows you how to, arrange that of which you wish, if you want to. And then after you buy our note-taking journal for live streams, you don't even have to take notes in it for this live stream here. You can go watch your Asmund of the Golds, your Joe of the Rogans, get the live stream note-taking journal, okay? You write your thoughts down in there. You buy our other book on how to arrange those thoughts. And then you need to know the reason why. Why would you do this? That's crazy. Now you're 2 endeavors in. You might be saying, like, you're just getting us to buy all your shit. Internet. That's kind of true. If there's something that we needed, Internet, it's more of your money. That's right. Oh, you're going to have to pick up one of our minor philosophical reads to ascertain why you would want to record notes in our live stream journal. Okay, all right. And then with which you take your hopes and dreams that you record in the journal that, you purchase at full price, obviously, no discounts on that. And you buy our poetry book, bam! And you learn how to do it. It's like a triple entendre of shit you can buy from us. Okay? All on Amazon. Okay? It's a reputable source. Way more reputable than us. Hey, come on, Internet. We're good for it mostly. Thanksgiving's coming up. We are thankful with which we have been able to complete a variety of literary works this year. Now you might be saying, they all suck. Hey! That's messed up. Some of them aren't even technically all ours because we co-wrote them with the dude who wrote the story, our buddy David. What's up, David? Anyhow, the point is that we are thankful that we were able to accomplish and complete a good variety, and a couple of them as so far into this year. You might be saying to yourself, well then, what are you going to do with the rest of the year? There's still time. Well, you're right. We need to go ahead and get the rest of, unfortunately, our Kickstarter back up and running. That's right. Well, what are you booing for? Our Kickstarter failed. Internet, you are the most messed up people ever. You would celebrate that. You're a bunch of assholes. Internet, like we said, our Kickstarter failed. We're going to take note in our official live stream note-taking journal, available on Amazon, right now, of how much of an asshole you guys are being. Good. The internet is being mean to us. Fine, we're not going to make a note of it. We'll just remember it right up here. You're celebrating that, internet, because we'll forget. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. We need to read a poem now from our poetry book, also available on Amazon.
Beautiful. Excellent. You might be saying, what? Read that for us too, asshole. What? And risk you not going to buy this shit? What? We need your money. Excellent. Anyhow, the point is that Thanksgiving's coming up. And no matter what you're doing this Thanksgiving, there's obviously something to be thankful for. Whether it's, in our case, being able to have completed a variety of literary works, okay, our most favorite of which, obviously, is our bread and butter, the meta-advanced philosophy, okay? Because we really, really loves us some philosophy. We're nerds like that, right? We minored in it in college, so obviously, we're an authority on the source because we're on the internet. Everyone on the internet's an authority, right? Point is, do you even philosophy, bro? Okay? That's the question. The answer probably lies in maybe, probably, yes. But this one's our most favorite. We're thankful for this one. So, when you're sitting around thinking for yourself, well, good for you, jerk. I'm glad you're thankful for some stuff this year. Yeah. Yes. We're extremely thankful and blessed to have been able to transcribe that of our literary endeavors and works, okay, with which we are able to, then try and offer something back to those of whom don't want to just give someone a buck, right? Now, don't get us wrong. We love your money, right? But we need to sell you something for it. We need to reciprocally trade you something for it, right? Tradesies. The best tradesies therein then is, obviously, getting another journal or diary with which you need to record your own notes and dreams in, okay? It's officially endorsed by the channel. And you can get it, and it supports the channel. But, we're going to be honest, it's a ripoff. You probably don't want to get it. It's like, man, it's like $15 or something, right? But that's because, obviously, we needed a glossy cover on it, okay? Makes it a little more expensive. You might be saying, like, well, we hate expensive, right? Yes, I know, we hate expensive too. But if you're got the money to buy a live stream note-taking journal, okay, then obviously you need one officially endorsed with which when you buy it, we actually get $5 of that $15 that it costs. So we think that's a good deal. I mean, well, for us, like $5, buy this one. The rest of all our endeavors, we get like fractions of cents on, right? It's like these quick note-taking journals and stuff. You can get a couple of those. Love hearts. Yes, we deserve those. Thank you. You get these, you rip a page out, stuff like that. You know, you're good to go. Okay? With our other literary works and endeavors, okay, we get like 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. You might be saying, well, then why do they cost $5, $6, $7? Well, because Amazon wants the rest of that money, okay? When you're a self-published author, okay, you got to kind of market your wares and peddle them as you're able to and as you can, you know, attempt to achieve, okay? So therefore, with that, you get all the shortcomings and whatnot. You get grammatical errors and proofreads. You get typos in subsequent proofreads. You get endeavors that get kicked back, and you have to, you know, dive into, you know, components and aspects of layout and design and, you know, things like this, that, and the other, okay? We're just having to address one of we were working with the buddy of ours, David or whatever, done a couple of the kids' books. We got this one here. He did Meatballs on Mondays. We got a copy of that around here. Where's that? No, just more Pickled Punk Philosophy. Oh, buy those! Or don't. I don't know. Do whatever. I don't think we got a copy of that. It doesn't matter. It's available on the Amazon.com. Hey, we'll get a copy in here closer by. But the point is that those endeavors, all right, that are out there, we like to reciprocally trade. We don't want the internet to just gives us money anymore, okay? That's right, internet, that's right. Because you weren't giving us any money anyway. Sons of bitches. We watched all of those live streamers that you guys throw hundreds of dollars at, right? Yeah, and it's like, well, yeah, but they're good. No, fair enough. I guess that's a fair point. Valid reason. All the more reason for us to have written books with which we try and sell those. So buy a poetry book. Buy an advanced philosophy book. Buy some theological philosophy. Buy some... You got someone who hates Jesus? Buy them a lines of change, line in the sand. They'll really hate this one. Oh, man. This is fire and brimstone, right? We try and offer that of which, you know, reciprocally trades. And we are thankful, with Thanksgiving coming up, to be able to. Okay? When I can't love the quick note, okay, say you need to just tear a page out like, oh, I forgot to write a note and stick it in your lunchbox, Timmy. Don't go to school yet. But Mom, I'm going to be late. Wait. I love you. We're not going to rip this one because we can still, well, not for resale. This is a proof copy. Well, you know, I mean, we can't rip out a page. We got to send this to maybe even an additional copywriter or an additional publishing house, right? Maybe be thankful for one of them picking up one of our literary works and putting it out all properly. No, you never know. We're thankful for the opportunity and the ability to be able to even present them in any way, shape, or form, all right, to the masses, to the public, and hopefully reciprocally trade therein something back.
for whatever. That's right. Perfect. Well, what else are we thankful for? All sorts of stuff, right? What are we not thankful for? Probably be faster to just say that. You know, if you're thinking philosophically, if you're thinking metaphysically, then the only thing that we are not thankful for is nothing, right? We're not thankful for nothing. Eh? Why would you want to be thankful for that of nothing? Eh? You might be saying, but Scheisebox, the philosophical argument lies there within that nothing therein is something. And okay, fair enough. You want to say that nothing is something, then you would then be feeling not grateful for something which is nothing. It kind of loops back around though, doesn't it? Because then you're thankful for something which is nothing to begin with. You might be saying, well, that's something. Fair enough. If you want to quandary it out, we can, but eventually, I think we just go in circles and loops. Now, believe you me, that would leave us here for a long, long time, but it's not going to make for a good video or a watch. None of yours do. You guys are jerks, Internet. You guys are jerks. That's all right. That's all right. You know why? I don't know. Someone tell us. We don't know why. Anyhow, what's going on here? Oh, well. The time has come for us to make mention that we need to get on it and repost once again, Internet, once again, our Kickstarter. Hey, you didn't buy it the first time. And we posted it again. Hey, you guys are jerks. You didn't buy it that time either. You know, Internet, you're starting to piss us off. Oh, it's like you set out to do that on a regular. Wake up today, oh, better jump on the Internet and see if we can hurt Scheisebox's feelings. Oh, well, anyhow, that's pretty funny. Don't blame you. Anything to keep you entertained, right? That's why we had to get some custom 3D printed buttons. Blow! They're awesome. Why? Because they say shite. Why? Because it's a lecta from Meta Advanced Philosophy. A viable working lecta. Ooh, you might be saying, well, that sounds ridiculous. And, believe you me, that's why we're going to post the Kickstarter again. Hey. It'll have a chance to get the custom 3D printed button that says shite on it. That's right. And a copy of our book. You can give it away as a gift to someone else for the holidays. It'll be a signed copy. Why is that funny? Why is it funny if an author signs a copy of a book? Oh, that's not funny. It's when we say we're going to sign our book. You guys are jerks, Internet. You guys are jerks. That's why we don't feel bad for wanting your money. So we're going to repost the Kickstarter. Stop. We're going to repost the Kickstarter. All right. We knew we'd get you on our site eventually. No, you're toying with us. You want us to post our Kickstarter again so you can let it fail. Well, fair enough. We're going to post it either way. All right. Because who knows? Maybe someone wants a signed copy of some advanced meta philosophy from a genuine live streamer, right? You might be saying, no, they don't. Oh, well, maybe from a genuine philosopher. Yeah, find one that's better. Well, maybe. You know. You're not a punk. You're a pickle. Take that. Yes, hello, and hi. Sorry, we're having our way with some rude individuals on the internet. They said all of our books suck. Oh. Whatever. They were probably right. Doesn't matter. But you can still buy them. You can give them to other people as gifts. Bow. Everyone needs to find gifts. Like, hey, I got you a new diary and journal from this guy on the internet. It's a live streamer. It's a live streamer journal. Ooh, wow. Fantastic. Go to Amazon.com. Get our live stream official journal. And take notes. And write your own journal and recording entries. So, you know, it's available on Amazon. So are our other literary works and endeavors, okay? You know, we sell as many of them as we can. So feel free to buy any of them this holiday season so we can afford to eat Thanksgiving this year. You might be saying, well, this holiday season, that's a little late for Christmas. When are you celebrating Thanksgiving? Well, I don't know. They've canceled it 3 or 4 times over the last fucking decade. We don't know when to celebrate Thanksgiving anymore. But if we sell enough books, maybe we'll get some of Kenny's creamed corn. You did them yourself. We sure did do them ourselves. These are all our literary endeavors. Well, we got a buddy, David, that's done a couple titles with us, but he provides a story, and then we kind of manifest it together for him and whatnot. We kind of build books for him in that way, and anyone else, obviously. We got a couple other buddies we're working with and stuff like that. You know, I mean, hell, we write books for whoever. We co-author with everyone. Now we got to retain the rights therein in a 51 kind of 49% manner, way, shape, or form, some way, shape, or form. But that's beside the point. Point is, yeah, we wrote them all. You got to kind of, did you say that's cool. I thought you said that's sad. You know, it's probably both. It's probably cool and sad. Yes, hello, hi, how are you? Yeah, so we wrote them ourselves, so they're in as well, without having a proofreader, a copywriter, an editor, a layout design artist, anything like that when you're a self-published author, such as ourselves, because we refuse to go against that with which the, society says you have to do it this way. Academia says you have to do it this way. We did academia. We philosophize. We do some very advanced philosophical practice and meta quandary, okay, in the cosmological kind of philosophical realm. All right. Now, academia and academics has a problem with that. Wikipedia has a problem with that. We wrote this book here because Wikipedia said we can't write this book. We said, well, Wikipedia, we're gonna write this book because we understand philosophy and you don't because you're stupid. And they said, no, it doesn't exist. And we said, well, it doesn't exist because it's metaphysical, dumbass. Get a damn philosopher that can explain to you that it doesn't exist because it literally does not exist. And they were stupid. So we said, fuck you, Wikipedia. We're just going to write a book ourselves. So there may be a grammatical error. There may be a typo here or there with which we are aware and we will fix in subsequent iterations thereof. But when you do the layout, the design, the writing, the copywriting, the proofreading, the self-publication, any form of marketing thereof, it kind of weighs you down and bogs you down and you end up with a grammatical error and a fucking typo that lords over you and haunts you for the rest of its first iteration existence. Wow. That's not funny, Internet. That really sucks for us. Sons of bitches. How are we going to sell books with faulty stuff in the Internet? Well, that's right. No one wants that. So anyhow, we'll be selling this with a custom 3D printed button again on Kickstarter. Now, okay, you can get it now on Amazon.com. Yeah, it's available. You can get it now. But if you want a signed copy for the holidays that you can regift to someone else, yes. Well, therein, Internet. We'll repost it on Kickstarter. You can get a custom 3D printed button that says shite on it. Regift the signed copy to whoever likes philosophy in your life. Who cares? It even says, do you even philosophy, bro? Now, granted, it's backwards. You can't read it. Internet, reverses. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. In real life, it'll be the right way. You get that. You give them the signed copy like, hey, here's this dude on the internet. He's a philosopher. And they're like, who is he? Be like, who cares? Doesn't matter. It doesn't. He has journals and diary notebooks that he sells too. If you really get into him, you can get one and watch his live streams and take notes in it. You know, Asman of the Gold, Joe of the Rogan, they don't offer this stuff, okay? You're the Quartering, okay? Or, Unsleep Media. What is he now? I don't know. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that, obviously, you can get a journal officially endorsed by ourselves. And you watch live streams, you take notes in it. Bam! Ba-da-ba-bow! Money for us. Allows us to keep all this free, Internet. And believe you me, if there's one thing we love, it's free stuff. Ba-da-ba-bow! That's right. Our literary works, unfortunately, aren't free unless you are signed up for Kindle Unlimited, in which case they are available on that. You can read them there and give us 0.004 cents per page read. Feel free, if you don't even want to read them, download them anyway and let your kids scroll through them or something. We get credit for the page being read. You don't have to read it. We get 0.004 cents per their page in. And, maybe we get to celebrate Thanksgiving after all. That's right. But no matter what you choose to celebrate or pick up or be thankful for this year, okay, within yourselves, we do need to be thankful that we have been able to undertake that of our literary endeavors and start, kind of putting all of our recorded and transcribed, works within. We got a plethora, right? We got stuff that we've written over the years that we've just never transcribed digitally or anything like that. And, we've done enough, writing philosophically now and everything with which, it's kind of time to just start cranking out a bunch of crap. Hey, you might be saying, please don't. But we're going to. Gotta pay the bills somehow, right? Believe you me, you don't want us working back at McDonald's. We put ketchup on the outside of the bun. Just how they teach us. That's right. That's right, Internet. So, you're better off. You're better off, Internet. Okay? Just go to Amazon.com. We'd be thankful for it, obviously. Giving time. Holiday season. Go to Amazon. Buy Pickled Punk Philosophy. Okay? Be like, oh, well, I don't want your advanced meta philosophy. Give me something toned down. Well, yeah. You get Pickled Punk Philosophy. How much is it? Well, how much is which one? We have a variety of works. They all, I don't know, like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books on Amazon. You go to Amazon.com, just search Shisa Box Books, okay? And, they range, if you get a digital version, they're pretty cheap, like $2, $3, $4, $5. If you get a paperback version, obviously, I don't think they do free shipping on there, so you're going to eat a cost on that. But, they're going to be $5, $6, $7, upwards to 10, 15. We have a work, kids book. The money that they cost correlate to that with which it costs for them to be produced. We don't see anything in exorbitant amounts on any single purchase at all. We see fractions of cents, maybe up to ones of a dollar, okay? With the exception of this one here, okay? The officially endorsed livestream note-taking journal. It's a blank note-taking journal, okay? We get $5. Well, just under $5, I think, when someone picks up a copy of this, okay? No one's picked up a copy of it. We don't blame you. No, whatever. If someone were to, we get like $5. It costs 15. Amazon gets the rest. They're the publisher. They have the ink. They have the cartridges. Now, this one, obviously, we gave a fancy finish to, okay? So it's all smooth and nice, okay? These ones are more just kind of a matte finish, a little cheaper on the production, okay? So that the price is a little cheaper therein. So, do you sell them all around the world? Well, they are available within the areas that they are. So, we wish to sell them as many places as would have them. Yes, they are universally available on Amazon.com and iterations thereof, with the exception of places that is not available, and the exception of there are certain printers around the world that do not do certain formats, certain colors, certain schemes, things of that nature. So, the quick lunch note series, okay, there's about 6 of these, okay, there's 6 different ones, all different subject matters that they range, more that, are done, just not out. There are 6 of these ones, okay, they're, cheap, all right, they're designed, you buy it, you get it, you rip out a page, you put it in, a backpack, a wallet, a briefcase, a suitcase, okay, they're little notes that if you run out of time to write one, or you don't know how to write one, or you don't have the words to write, and you happen to find something that correlates with what you want, you have one of these, you rip it out, you stuff it in a significant other's, in a child's, in a loved one's, pocket, a jacket pocket, something, whatever. Okay? It's just a little touch base thing. Printers over, I think, on the eastern side, I think Japan area and whatnot, you probably can't get physical copies of these in Japan, but you probably can in France, England, stuff like that. So, and obviously in the stateside and everything with which we reside, all of them are available there. So they are available within their format, because some printers cannot hit this size book. They can make this size book, okay? Now, both of them obviously are available, so within your question, do we sell them around the world? We sell them around with where we can, okay? So, obviously we would love for them to be in storefronts, but let's be honest, stores don't want our wares peddled to them any more than anyone else really does. Hey, well, fair enough. But all of that's there, all of it's available. They range in price, but they also range in subject matter. You got to find what's right for you. If you like poetry, go with our poetry. If you like minor philosophy, go with pickled punk philosophy. If you're a punk rocker anyway, maybe go with pickled punk philosophy, because it's just fun. Okay? If you just want to support the channel, go with the literary journal. It's expensive. If you got the loot, hey, we get like 5 bones out of it. Okay? Only go with that of which you want. Obviously, the show will always be free. You don't got to buy anything for it to not be free. But, anything that you feel like, obviously, goes in droves. Bless me, Father, for I will sin. This is a theological philosophy, okay? So if you don't like more kind of religious-based, literary endeavors, philosophically, okay? Now, you got to be real careful. When someone says religious or theologically philosophical or anything like that, how far into that do you think that something like that goes? You got your Thomas of the Aquinas, you got your, Augustine of Hippo, stuff like that, okay? You got these individuals that are around, okay? Even Aristotle therein and stuff, okay? You have a lot of components and aspects of theological kind of components and metrics that have been within philosophy for centuries and centuries and centuries since arguably the inception thereof, it being a practice. But that's whatever, you can argue it. Can I ask you a would you rather? You can real fast, but then we'll probably be leaving. So go ahead. Of course you can ask us a would we rather. We love would we rather. Would we rather sell this book or this book? Well, this one we get $5. This one we get like 35 cents. But it doesn't matter. We don't do it to be rich. We don't even really like the construct of money. We just need the construct of money with which to do. I don't even know what the hell we do, right? Whatever this is. Don't do it. Stop doing it. Well, we will if you don't get that can I ask you a would you rather question in.
We'll just be leaving. You'll be like, oh, that jerk. He never answered my question. You didn't type it fast enough. We got bored. We left. Would you rather get a $5 donation of someone or someone buy one of your $5 books? Well, we would say we would probably someone buy one of our $5 books, honestly, because then within which maybe, yeah, no, we would rather them buy a book because we want it to be a reciprocal trade. Yeah, no, we don't want people to just give us money. We ask not for that of which we need not. We ask for that of which one may want to provide us for something of equitable. Now, you might say, well, it's not worth the price that we charge or something like that. And fair argument, okay? Now, that's all going to be derived from what one pulls out of the work, okay, or the literary endeavor. But we would much rather have a reciprocal trade within. It's not an unbalanced equation within, hey, here's some dude on the internet, let's just give him some cheese, okay? Now, we love cheese. Actually, we don't, but we love cheese. Everyone wants to eat, okay? All right? We don't like the construct of money. We don't want to be the best of the best celebrities. That's why we call dibs on the ground floor level. You might not know this, but we call Daryl of the Dixon dibs on being the best of the worst celebrity. The show will never get better. There are far better celebrities and folks with which do, the equatable structure and work and effort into that of which they provide to their masses. A lot of it's regurgitated crap and kind of really crappy, chopped up, edited stuff. But, we are not one to judge another's content with which they provide to one who wishes to see it, watch it, view it, whatever. In our case, we don't want people to just give us a buck because it's like, oh, scheisse box, you're a cool guy. They could say it. Internet. We would rather them pick up a literary work, maybe read it, maybe either agree with it or not agree with it. And, if it's a physical copy, give it to someone else. Donate it to Goodwill. Get it out in the public. As a philosopher, as an author, when we're long dead and gone, yea, as all living entities shall be, when that day comes, the $5 that has been given to us will reside with where it goes, and it disseminates upon where it resides and goes, with it always being the construct of that $5. The literary endeavor, on the other hand, should it be a physical work, say you pick up Pickled Punk Philosophy, okay, soaked in brine, okay, you pick this up, we're dead and gone, okay? Just like all those old dead philosophers that died and left the ball dropping on what we had to pick up their thoughts on and complete for them. You're welcome, pre-Socratic philosophers, going and dying on everybody. Okay? That's why this is this one's an entire advanced metaphilosophical work. Okay? There is no hiding behind this one being a legitimate, work within itself. We have the fun, more geared works and things of that nature that are philosophical, right? For that of which someone else may not want an advanced metaphilosophical read, okay? But they might want a late philosophical applied thought, okay? With which to entertain themselves. And the best thing about this book, the best thing about it, it has connect the dots in it. It has, we can't give them away. Obviously, got to buy the book. It has bands and terms that are scrambled. There's games. Look, draw and design a bass drum logo. I mean, the book is packed full of activities to do. Okay? And it's soaked in brine. Okay? This is a created work
because Wikipedia said we're not allowed to have this be a created work. We said, you know what, Wikipedia? We do what the fucks we want. We're Scheissebox. We do what the fucks we want. So we did. Okay? And they exist. Okay? And the lecta with which we have derived and deduced testable, workable theory are viable. So we custom 3D printed some buttons to go along with the endeavor. Hey. Argue that of which you argue. Talk that of which you talk. But the point is that they are available, and we do appreciate the copies, the questions, the things of that nature. Getting interested, what book would you recommend for like a younger teenager? Well, for a younger teenager, we would recommend one of our buddies has done a few stories with us, Secret Demon Drop. Okay, it's going to be one of those chapter books for a younger teenager, probably right along the lines of it. Okay, now if they're a younger teenager that has some interest in world events and knowledge, you might want to jump them up to our poetry book. Okay, now you might be saying, what poetry? No teenager wants a poetry book. Now, this one's a little different. Okay, there's some modern poetry in here with which there are names that perhaps resonate or even correspond to knowledgeable beings therein that someone can identify or correlate themselves with. Okay, so for an older teenager into kind of that stuff, maybe one of those. For a older teenager, you can get a pickled punk philosophy. There's a naughty word or two in there. Okay, for anyone who's interested in expanding the journey of their mind in the metaphysical realm, well, jump into Delectable. Not only is it delectable, read chapter 1. Let me know what you think. If you want to write a work of your own, you get the officially endorsed journal. Okay? Fantastic. Okay? You write your own book. Okay? You fill the pages of the journal with the thoughts, dreams, wishes, desires of that of your own. Kicks a couple bucks back to the channel. But now, if you have a kid that's, on a path that maybe they shouldn't be on, maybe you get them a theological, philosophical read. Now, they probably aren't going to read it. That's the problem. You probably could get them to maybe read it if they read this first, though. That's how our works kind of work. Okay? They kind of work because the works work with each other. Well, not this one. This is just a blank damn book that you write yourself. But, well, and these are books by our buddy David, but we put them together for him and stuff like that. He's got a few of them. One of them should be out, what the hell is it called? Dirty Word, Dirty Laundry, Demon or whatever. Yeah, really awesome. We enjoyed it or whatever. That one's a little pricier, but it's strictly because of the cost of printing, okay? It's not, this dude's getting rich off this shit, okay? We are not the printers. We do not have the printing, okay? It's self-published. Okay? We offer that of which we can. But currently, unfortunately, we are going to, what do we search in Amazon again? Oh, just Scheissebox books. Shyzabox. That's right. Scheissebox. You don't need the umlaut, but yeah, you just search Scheissebox books in Amazon, and they should, come up. There's a variety of offerings there, and we definitely appreciate any entertaining the ideas thereof and stopping by and maybe picking up one or none. Mainly one. Or a bunch. I don't know. Maybe you're like, I just stole some lady's credit card. Better buy a bunch of shit from this. What are all these Scheissebox books? Ma'am, apparently you have a crush on Scheissebox. No, I didn't buy that with my credit card. Ma'am, I beg to differ. They were shipped to someone else's house. No, that doesn't sound ethical. Don't portray any of that. Check it out. Christmas is coming, so never know. Well, we appreciate any considerations in that thereof. But until then, we will go into the meta of existence of not here on the inter of the nets. And we'll see you next time. All right, well, We don't need your subscription. We want your money. So downvote the shit out of this. Go to Amazon and buy one of our books. Get off our lawn.